Hey guys, Jordan here, and I'm doing a really quick update on the development of Super Shitball 2. I just wanted to let you guys know that I completely rewrote the code from scratch to try and get it to be better optimized, and I've succeeded in that. Everything is now handled by a window handler. Rather, if you can see on the processing side of it, everything's handled by this window handler class, which holds all of the windows, so that way in the draw cycle it doesn't have to skip over a whole bunch of stuff, and it only runs what is actually necessary. While it's pretty much the same amount of code overall, it allows for me to have some optimization so that way things aren't being um, it just allows it for the compiler to run a lot easier on like the actual export to the application as well as in game, because it only runs exactly what's necessary. There's no unnecessary code anymore. I still have to go in and tweak these classes for the actual ball, for the button and the paddle, sorry. All the handling of data and loading data is in its own class, just to keep things a little bit you know, a little organized and everything like that. And like I said, the window holds a section. Window is a superclass. It doesn't say superclass. I could probably call it a superclass. I don't know. I could probably call it a superclass. There's no need to, but it's a class that holds a bunch of classes that hold classes, and it's basically just a holder. So everything runs through window. Then you have your actual window, which is the about or the play window or the options window or the title window and whatever. So one of the good things is that what happens now is that processing, or not processing, Shitball 2, when I run it, here I'm going to show you guys the beta game. It loads with my logo right at the top, and I can show you again actually, like, start from scratch. It shows my logo right off the bat, fades out nicely, goes right into the game and everything. And the good thing about this is right now you can see the debug. It's kind of just showing me my mouse cursor, just so when I'm laying out buttons on the screen, it makes it a little easier for me to see like exactly where they should end roughly and whatnot. But this button down here is actually the 5 Point Games logo, which is my video game or my development title tag or whatever. You can go in. If you click it, it's probably not going to show up because I don't have OBS showing it, but it actually opens up my YouTube page and shows you all the development stuff that I've been working on. You can go into options, which will eventually, right now these are just placeholder buttons, but the options will allow you to erase save data, set your difficulty as 1 through 7, possible other game modes and stuff here, and as with the menu for games does not work, by the way, yet. As for the about, where you can go through and you can look at the about page and you can scroll and all that stuff, I added my logo in here too. I added the change log, and I updated the list of backers or the list of beta testers. So once again, thank you guys: Austin Clay, Rob McCoy, Rebecca Gregory, Michael White, Peter Siliberti, Ryan Williams, Nadia Parfait, Devin Wayman, Chris Fogg, and Thomas Casterline, and more. Thank you guys so much. Um, but the same way that we have that scroll option, if there are too many options for the main screen, you can absolutely put in a scroll. It's a very easy script that I have. Right now, the play does work, but the game itself does not work. You still have the freezing paddle, the ice paddle, which we have to add some more animation to it so it looks more ice paddly. But the paddle does not update, and there are no balls being drawn to the screen because balls is set to 0. I could probably really quickly go in. Let me just do that. Really quickly go into processing down here, and then make sure that when I draw my paddle in my play window, there's a lot of stuff in here, but I know exactly where it is. It's so organized this time. In my void update, we're going to put paddle.update, and then what we can do is we can do ball 0.update. And then what I can do over here is I can do, oh, there it is. I already have that part in there. We just, you know what it is? I didn't copy the update cycle over from the previous version. I didn't port that in, so you know it didn't work or whatever. It's not up there. But I'm gonna set balls to. Oh, see, I didn't even create the balls in here, so we're not gonna be doing that because we will crash. Will we crash? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't crash. Um, balls I update. I mean, this. I feel like that should have crashed it. I feel like that should have crashed it there, right there too. I mean, we may get a crash. We may not get a crash. Let's go back and look at the beta game. We may. Okay, so now the paddle updates. So we got that paddle working. Um, the difficulty is not being handled in the actual play menu. Difficulty gets handled by the handler, which is like the main class here. This guy up here, that's probably going to either handle the difficulty or the window class in itself will handle the difficulty, um, or possibly the data handler, just to like load the difficulty in there. But um, but yeah, so that's the update, guys. We're looking at what is it? What are we looking at? We are looking at build 27, but we're looking at Super Shitball 2.1. As of right now, it does throw this error when I escape without hitting the actual X button of the game. It throws, and if any of you guys know how to fix this, let me know, please. But it throws out, let me open up the console a little larger, so for those who may be able to help can actually read the console output. If I can get it to draw my console output a little larger, if it'll do it. I don't know why it's trying to be silly right now. There it is. Alright, so let's get that like almost the entire screen. That's about as big as I can make it. So it's giving me this error, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why. It's saying not on FX application thread, current thread equals Java FX application thread. I don't know what that means. Um, I'm going to post it to the forums. It only started happening after I updated processing to 3.2.2. So I'm not sure what's going on or why it's going on, but it's bothering me. So if you guys know how to fix it, let me know. Anyway, this is the update. I hope you guys are liking where it's going. If you have suggestions for filters to change the way they look, I'm working on trying to get a colorblind filter, trying to get a grayscale filter, and trying to get a juicy color filter going on where it basically like over ramps all the colors so they're always juicy pop colors and whatnot. So if you guys have any ideas for more of those, more cheat codes, or just any ideas or feedback general or whatever, just put it in the comments or shoot me an email and I'll see what I can do. All right, so have a good one and love you all. Peace out. Bye.